Hi, this is Janice from Space to Relax, and the video you're about to watch is a replay of a live class I taught on Zoom. These classes are free of charge for everyone to join, so please invite your family and friends. They're suitable for beginners and those of you with more Qigong experience. If you're watching this video on YouTube, then please don't forget to hit the red subscribe button so that you don't miss any future videos from me. I hope you enjoy the class. Hi everyone, you're very welcome back to the New Year series of Qigong classes. So for those of you who are new and joining us for the first time, it's great to have you here. These classes will take place on a weekly basis. They're free. They'll be every Thursday at 4 p.m. Irish time. They're suitable for beginners and those of you with more Qigong experience. So if you'd like to invite your friends and family, then that would be great. The more the merrier. So just for those of you who are new and joining us for the first time, the reason that I started teaching these classes in the springtime of last year was because we all went into lockdown with a global pandemic. And so I couldn't work in my Chinese medicine and acupuncture clinics, and I couldn't teach my live Qigong face-to-face workshops either. So I decided to begin teaching, and at the beginning I was teaching twice a week, in fact, and more recently once a week, coming up to Christmas time. So this is a way where we can all get together, we can practice some Qigong, and we can also maybe feel a little bit less isolated, because many of our countries are still in some form of lockdown or level of restrictions where we're maybe not connecting with people as much as we would have been in the past. So as well as this being a lovely chance to connect and practice Qigong, it's also a way for, hopefully for us all not to feel quite so isolated. So you're very welcome today. And just one other tiny thing before we start the routine today is, for those of you who've been with me before, you know that these classes are free. But in the past, I've asked if you'd like to donate. 50% of the donations go towards either the ICU nurses in my local hospital or to the lifeboat. And so we were collecting money last year, and I'd just like to read you a letter from Margaret, who is the nurse manager in the ICU, because we gave them a voucher for €130 just at the end of November. And I thought it was really nice for you to know where your money was going, for those of you who donated, and how much it was appreciated. So Margaret says, Janice, once again, thank you and all of your students for the second donation to the ICU staff. Over the Christmas time, we got lots of treats and food, etc. So I decided to hold back on your voucher because we guessed there would be a surge in COVID-19 cases in the ICU and we might need it. When COVID kicked off, we had to open a second ICU ward. So we were there for the last 3 weeks. And what I've done each week is supply nice teas, coffees, savouries, nibbles and cheeses for the staff out of this voucher. So each and every member of the ICU team have benefited from this. And I just put up a note to let all of them know why we can afford such pampering. Words are easy, but once again, we in ICU really do appreciate these gestures. And it's lovely to think that people who have no connection to ICU would take care enough to do this for us. Take good care of yourself, and a huge thanks to all of you for your generosity. Kind regards, Margaret, and all the nurses, doctors and support staff in the ICU here in Tralee Hospital, which is my local hospital. So thank you so much, and I just wanted you to know that your donations really do go towards benefiting people who are really putting themselves out there at the moment and helping us all. The class today is really in response to a couple of my Space to Relax members in my paid membership program who wanted something to really get them back into practicing Qigong after Christmas. They were feeling a little bit sluggish, a little bit unmotivated, and really in that kind of winter feeling of just wanting to hibernate under the duvet. So this class today is really to show you a winter Qigong program. Now, for those of you watching in the Southern Hemisphere, obviously it's summer for you. So this doesn't apply quite as much, but it will still apply to you if you're feeling very tired, lethargic, unmotivated, and generally lacking energy. because what we want to do in the winter time is to nourish or conserve our chi, our energy, rather than put it all out there and be kind of full of beans and be doing loads of, super active stuff. We want to be minding ourselves and really nurturing and nourishing ourselves. And you can still do that with Qigong. You don't need to be doing huge energetic exercises or stretches, but it's more looking at things from a more meditative, calm and tranquil point of view when we're putting together a routine. So this is just an example of a Qigong routine which I would do in the wintertime. There are many other routines which you could practice in the wintertime. There are thousands of Qigong exercises out there, but I just put this little group of methods together which are really easy to follow and really gentle on your system. And in terms of Chinese medicine, the winter time, the season of winter, is connected with the kidney system. So we want to be looking at nourishing and nurturing our kidney system. And kidney is also associated with the feelings, the emotion of fear. So if you're feeling any little bit fearful or anxious, this is a really nice routine which will nourish your spirit and help to transform that fear into a little bit more tranquility and real kind of confidence in yourself to know that everything that's happening at this time for you is the right thing. So just really nurture yourself, be kind to yourself, go with the flow. So firstly, adopt a standing or a sitting position, whichever is comfortable for you. So this routine can be done from a sitting down position if you feel like you can't stand for too long. If you're standing or sitting, just look down at the feet and check that they're about hip-width distance apart and the feet are parallel. You also want to have a nice little soft bend in the knees. And then just check that your hips and your pelvis is kind of tucked forward. So you just tuck your bottom under a little bit and lift up the lower abdomen so that this creates a nice kind of opening in the lower back area for you. Give your hands a little shake out and just check that your shoulders are nice and loose and relaxed as well, maybe kind of shrugging them up and down a couple of times. Also check that there's length in the back of your neck. So what you want to do in order to achieve this is think of moving your chin back towards your throat. So I'm going to now just draw my chin back towards my throat, back towards the wall behind me. And as I move it back in this direction, what I find is this creates a little bit more opening in the back of the neck and a bit more length coming up from the top of the head. And then close your eyes and bring a smile to the corners of your mouth. Close your mouth and just check that the tongue is resting against the roof of your mouth with the tip of the tongue resting against the back of your upper teeth. The breath in Qigong is nearly always in and out through the nose. We only use the mouth to exhale in Qigong if we're doing any special kind of exercise that maybe involves the use of sound. And we're actually going to be doing one of those exercises today. But generally speaking, smiling, the mouth closed, and breathing in and out through the nose. And always with Qigong practice, it's good to bring yourself into what's called the Qigong state. So this gets you ready for the exercises to come. And we do that just by breathing into the lower belly. So breathing in and feel the belly expanding as though you're blowing up a balloon. That expansion is in all directions, so feeling the belly push out and forwards, but also have this idea and sensation of the internal expansion going out to the sides and also back towards the lower back as well. And then as you breathe out, feeling the belly shrink or have the idea of an imaginary balloon inflating and then deflating as you breathe out. And just relaxing into the whole body by noticing any areas of tension or stiffness that you might feel. And as you breathe out, just thinking of that area and just thinking of it softening and letting go of any tension. Each time you breathe out, everything softens a little bit more. Now, if this is the only thing you do as your Qigong winter practice, that's absolutely fine. So for anyone who's feeling very tired, very lethargic, very unmotivated, just sit and breathe. You can practice this exercise any time of day, when you go into bed at night, when you're walking, watching TV, driving the car, but obviously with your eyes open. But by breathing in this way, you're bringing in more oxygen, you're creating a more efficient breath. So you're energizing and nourishing the qi of your body. So remember what I said there about a winter Qigong routine is much more about calmness and meditation than it is about action. So sometimes meditation and the resting is the action you need to take in order to restore and rejuvenate your body and mind before we move into the spring. Now just gently open your eyes so you can see me. So we're going to work a little bit around the kidney system now. And I'm going to show you a sound, and I want you to follow along with me, a sound which you can use to help to get rid of any waste qi, any what's called turbid qi that may be in the kidney area. So we're thinking and imagining kind of where the kidneys are in the lower back, but the whole of that lower back area can be benefited by the use of this sound. So anyone with kidney issues, obviously this is a great exercise, but also anyone with lower back pain or discomfort, it could be of real help to you as well. So the sound that's associated with the kidney is chue. So it's like you pronounce it C-H-A-W, chue, chue. Okay, so you can say that sound out loud, or you can just whisper it to yourself. And I'd like you to do it with the breathing. So we've got the abdominal breathing going now. So you're going to breathe into the belly, feel the belly expand. And then as you breathe out and the belly deflates, you're going to say the sound chue. So for this purpose, for this type of breathing and this exercise, you're actually going to be using the mouth. You're going to open the mouth as you breathe out. You have to make the sound. So just for 3 breaths now, with your eyes closed, just follow along and just say the sound either as a whisper or as a louder sound, whatever you feel like, whatever feels good to you, just for 3 breaths. Breathing in, thinking of the kidney area, and breathing out. Chue. In. Chue. Breathe in. Chue. And now opening your eyes, and we're going to put that sound together with some movement. So what I'm going to ask you to do now is I'm going to ask you to breathe in and just lift the arms up if you're able, and as far as you want, but not past the shoulders. So if you can go to shoulder level, that's great. If you can only go to here, that's fine as well. So you're going to breathe in, and then you're going to breathe out, and just look to the side and drop the hands and bend the knees slightly. And you're going to breathe out and say chue. Breathe in, and now go to the other side. Breathe out, chue. In, breathe out, chue. Breathe in, breathe out, chue. In, breathe out, chue. Thinking all the time of turbid or waste qi leaving your kidneys and your lower back as you do this. Chue. One more. Chue. And then just bring one hand to rest on the lower abdomen, the other one directly on top of that. So close your eyes for a moment and just think of the kidney area, the lower back area, having been cleansed of any waste chi. Waste chi would be a feeling of kind of obstruction or discomfort or stuckness. So it's always nice to declutter the area that we're going to be focusing on before we then bring a bit more nourishment into it. So now we're going to wake up the kidney and the lower back area by moving on to a kidney and lower back massage. And it's really, really simple. So I'm going to turn around and face the wall to demonstrate it to you. But basically what you're going to do is you're going to use the heels of your hands, so this part here, with quite a bit of pressure, and you're going to press the heels of the hands into your lower back. You'll see the fingers will be facing downwards, and you're going to just rub up and down the lower back area. And really, you can be very kind of freestyle with this. Use as much pressure or as little pressure as you want. Go as fast or as slow as you want. And you can do this for as long or as short a time as you want as well. So I'm just going to turn around and show it to you. So I won't speak when I'm facing the wall because you wouldn't hear me properly anyway. So just turning around to show you now, but just follow along with what I'm doing. So when you finish just shaking the hands off, and hopefully you felt a little bit of heat there in the lower back area. And just a couple of pointers about that exercise. As you're doing it, try and keep the shoulders well away from your ears. Often when we lift up, and we've got the elbows bent, it's easy for the shoulders to come up as well. So try and keep a nice space between the shoulders and the ears as you do that. And the breathing for that is just using your normal abdominal breath. So breathing in, feeling the belly expand, and then breathing out, the belly deflates again. So that's just brought a little bit more heat and warmth and nourishment into the kidney and the lower back area. And that's a really great exercise just to do as a standalone one. If you ever feel like you've got a draft or a chill in your lower back, or you feel your lower back is a little bit achy, just do that. And it will really help to energize the area. And what you could also do afterwards is put a hot water bottle or a heat pack on it as well. And that would really help. So now we've woken up the kidneys, now we're going to draw some chi into the whole of this lower abdominal area, which is not just the front, it's also inside. It's this area that we call dantian Qigong. So dantian is your powerhouse, it's your source of your engine for for moving your chi around your body. It's almost like this is where the batteries live. So we're going to draw some chi in just by doing a very simple movement. And some of you will have done this before, but it's lovely and relaxing, and it's more kind of meditative and flowing because it's just so simple. So all you're going to do from either your sitting or your standing position is just relax the hands down by your sides, making sure the shoulders are nice and loose and relaxed as well. Tuck the chin back towards the throat to have that lovely length in the back of the neck. Close your eyes, and for 3 breaths, just breathe into the lower abdomen area. And see that area in your mind's eye as a whole area rather than a point, and not the front of the body. So you're thinking deep inside. So I imagine it almost like the drum of a front-loading washing machine. It is a whole area that's very dynamic. The chi inside there is swirling around, and from there is distributed throughout the rest of the body. So thinking of the front of that area, and now thinking of the sides of that area, left and right. And now thinking of the back of that area, back towards your spine, towards your kidneys and your lower back. So really have a clear picture in your mind of this three-dimensional place, which is your engine. And we're going to draw some lovely chi from the external environment into it to nourish it even more. So opening your eyes now and just coming forward with the hands, with the backs of the hands, just moving them forward around hip level, waist level in front of you. And then when you reach not too far out, you don't want to be leaning right over. You might lean a little bit, moving in, leaning from the hips, but just very gently turn the hands towards each other, palms facing a few inches apart. And now closing your eyes and draw the hands back towards Dantian, towards the lower abdomen, thinking of drawing in chi of nature from the outside to benefit and nourish your own chi on the inside. And then circling around again with the backs of the hands forward, turning, drop the shoulders, and then drawing back towards Dantian. So the breathing for this is breathing out as the hands come forwards, and then breathing in. So your inhalation is helping to draw lovely chi in from your environment. Out. And breathing in. Coming back towards the lower abdomen. Don't forget to smile. Out. Breathing in. And this time as you breathe in your mind's eye, see that chi that you're drawing in. Come into the front, like it's coming through your belly button, or just below your belly button, and then spreading out towards the sides, and then right towards the back of the body. So really have that idea as you do this of the external environmental chi that you're bringing in, filling up the whole of that space inside your lower abdomen. Just one more. And as you finish now, place one hand on the lower abdomen, the other one on top of that. The eyes closed and smiling. Breathing in, the belly expand, breathing out, feel the belly deflate. And just consolidating your practice to finish off with now by circling firstly in one direction, just to move and encourage the movement of the chi dantian in the lower abdomen, and then change the direction. The eyes closed now. Bring the hands together in front of you and rub your palms together until they get really, really hot. If you're wearing glasses, you might want to take them off. And then when your palms are really warm, place one hand over each eye, fingers facing up towards the ceiling, feeling the heat from the palms of your hands, going into your eyes, through the backs of your eyes, into the mind, to nourish your mind. And then to bring yourself back into the room, just giving yourself a little face massage, little face wash, and slowly opening the eyes. And let the hands just drop down by the sides. Give them a little shake out. And that concludes your winter Qigong routine. So you saw there, we started with abdominal breathing, just to really get you into the Qigong state. We then used the sound associated with the kidney to help to discharge any waste qi from the kidneys. That sound was shui. We then did the kidney massage just by rubbing vigorously into the lower back area, just to activate the whole of that area. And then followed up finally with this circles exercise, which moves forwards and just draws qi in, or helps to draw qi in from the external environment into the whole of that dantian area, which goes back towards the lower back and the kidneys as well. So you see, that's quite a gentle practice. You know there, you can see there how easy that would be to do sitting down as well. So for anybody who can't stand for long periods of time, this is a really nice one. And hopefully for those of you who are feeling maybe like it's a little bit difficult to get back into the routine and the swing of things after Christmas and New Year, and especially if you're kind of in some kind of a lockdown where one day seems to be rolling into the next, then hopefully you can either do this whole routine or just choose one of those elements from this routine and just start small with just 5 minutes a day and see how that sits with you. So thank you so much for watching and following along today. If you have any questions, you can email me. My email is janice@spacetorelax.com, or you can join our free Facebook group, which is Space to Relax Free Qigong Group, and you can post any questions in there as well. Also, as I said, these classes are completely free. There is no obligation, there is no payment required. But if you would like to donate, when I send out the replay from this class today, you'll see there is a donation link there. So we will be collecting for the nurses in ICU. And so that would be much appreciated. But as I said, not obligatory at all. And I would encourage you, please invite your family or friends if they want to try something a little bit different, a little bit new for the new year, then please ask them to come along. These classes are every Thursday at 4 p.m. Irish time. And as you see there, they last around half an hour. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next class.
If you enjoyed this Qigong lesson, then there are 4 things you can do right now. The first thing is to head over to my website, which is spacetorelax.com, and there you'll see that you can join up for a free 3-part video series. The second thing you can do is click the link next to this video to sign up for the live Qigong classes, as I teach these once a week. The third thing you can do is go over to Facebook if you're on Facebook and look for Space to Relax Free Qigong Group. That's my free group where you can post any questions, and please do join the group. And the fourth thing is, if you're watching this video on YouTube, then please hit the red subscribe button so that you don't miss any future videos from me. I really hope you enjoyed this lesson and look forward to seeing you in the next video.